Good afternoon, everybody. I'm truly delighted to be the person who will introduce to the team the members of the faculty of the School of Architecture in the University of Navarre. When in Spain we say School of Architecture, we can translate and pass on to our Indian colleges of architecture, where is the institution where all our architects, planners come from. And I would like to say that this team, that is going to introduce us in this new journey, into these new technologies and trying to put them into practice in our field. They all tell me, this is a work in progress. We are still learning, we are still in the beginning. There is so much to develop. Okay, but they are already quite versed, and they are going to at least help us in our own introduction to this new technological and digital world. And I will start introducing the head of the team, that is Asier Santas. And Mr. Asier Santas is architect, urban planner by profession, and he's holding a PhD for the last 20 years, and since then he's been teaching, lecturing, as well as practicing in her own firm, along with some partners. And currently he's serving as director of the Department of Theory, Projects and Urban Planning in the School of Architecture in the University of Navarre. He is also member of several scientific committees of several forums, including the VIA, Bilbao Vizcaya Architectura, and also he's part of the governing body of the Council of Architects in the northern part of Spain, including the Basque Country and Navarre. His research has been focused on his life in history of Spanish architecture and urban planning, but lately he has become quite versed and expert on the use of new technologies, not only while teaching, also while practicing his own firm. He's been doing his own research. He has been doing his own, developing his own knowledge, that now he is happy to share with us. And he will be, giving us some theoretical session, basic principles, and then also he will introduce us how to use and how to make the best on when we are dealing not only with our own conceptualization, also for visualization and dealing with our future or present customers. Along with him, I want to introduce also Mr. Nuno Madrones. He's architect also, he's planner, and he also is holding a PhD for the last more than 12 years. But his area of expertise is much more in planning. Okay, he's been working and he keeps working for public projects in the north of Spain. He's based in Vitoria, and he's lecturing not only the University of Navarre, he's also lecturing in other technological centers, particularly in the north of Portugal. And his area of expertise is focused essentially in two fields. One is the setting of the disciplinary corpus of urban planning, and also with in creating, and he's part of, he's member of many research groups, maybe also committees, where they are not only researching, also publishing, making their knowledge shareable to others. He lately has published two different books. One is called the ABC of the urban theory, and the other one is the manual and the toolkit for the urban design and sustainability, that has made him quite well known in the field. Apart from him, I'm very happy also to introduce to Mr. Enrique Rojo. He's architect as well. He studied also, he got his degree in the University of Navarre, but lately he went to Sheffield, in the UK, where he got his master's in conservation and regeneration for buildings, no? And maybe his experience spans, no, from architecture to heritage, but also he's very much into technology, no? And currently he's also trying to pursue his PhD with a very beautiful topic, no? The influence on European influence on Japanese architecture, no? So he's also quite interested in Asian cultures, no? And apart from all his research, no, he also has his own practice, no? He co-founded actually a firm called Arroba. That is a multidisciplinary architectural practice where they are trying to work on virtual architecture and innovation, not only lecturing, that he does lecturing in different educational institutions, no, also applying it in practical, no, and both with this deep integration from theoretical research and practical application, he has won already recognition in both academia and professional practice. And also, I wanted to introduce to Mr. Fernando Alonso that he's also architect, okay? He's also a PhD, but since he finished and graduated in Pamplona, and when he was doing his own research on PhD, he has tried to apply or to merge rather creativity in architecture with technology. The thesis, his dissertation that he defended 4 years ago, no, has as a title and has a subject, how to merge design, mathematics, and form. Contemporary geometric construction, no? That is what he did his dissertation on, from point to the fractal, no? And his current research, the line of research, has to do with critical analysis of digital culture in architecture. So he is the one of a kind, no? He's the right person to lead us in this journey. And he's currently teaching a subject that is called digital prototyping management. No? Design studio in the geometry and form laboratory. No? He's developing also his own architectural projects. He writes articles. He's focused particularly in dissemination and critical reflection on digitalization and architecture. He is, again, the right person to introduce us in this journey, sharing his experience, even though he may say that he's still learning, he's far away from us. No? And finally, I wanted to introduce also to Mr. Valentin Galafel. No? He's an architect, also alumni of the School of Architecture. And I wanted to highlight his vast experience in developing projects, both in public and private sector in Asia. He has been working in Lebanon, he has been working in Vietnam, now in India, no? And he has been, or he's in the field, no? And is someone who already has more than 10, 12 years of experience, but he's already conceptualizing all his projects through artificial intelligence, no? So I think that he will be much more closer maybe to the students, not only in age, also in mind, no? And he has this hands-on experience that he will pass on, being available for all of us, but particularly for students. He is in the same time zone than all of you, so he will be able to solve your problems, to bring you on track when you're a little bit lost, when you get stuck, and he will be a good asset, no, in this team. And yes, I wanted to welcome them all, no? Thank them for the contribution to this program, making it happen. I know that we are going to have challenges, distance, different time zones, different accents in our speaking when we're speaking in English, but I know, no, that they will make the best to pass on their knowledge to us, no, and introduce us in this journey that we will all of us, with students here, faculty here, and all the lecturing coming from Spain, will be like a journey where we will all learn together. So thank you, all of you. My gratitude, my admiration to be able to have brought, to have been able to brought all these platform together, and wishing them the best of their success. Thank you. Okay, so after this short introduction, allow me, I think, welcome Mr. Asier Santas, who is already with us, has joined us, and we are glad that most of the students and the participants have already joined. So welcome to everyone. And yes, Asier, we are actually eager to listen to you. Once again, I'm going to ask to everybody to be patient, okay? There are different accents, and it takes a little bit of time, till we get used to someone else's accent. But be a little patient, and also get just a reminder that these sessions are being recorded and will be uploaded. So everybody will have access to them, so we can go once and again till we get it right. But once again, I wanted to welcome Asier, sir, saying that he has a wide teaching experience. It's not that only he's been practicing architecture, he's been teaching for many years now, and now lately he's been teaching using also these digital tools, particularly in virtual reality. He is quite into these technological new tools, and with all the challenges that he will have, trying to teach online, we have to give him a little bit of time. Today will be more theoretical, the next session will be more practical. Also, he will take the help of his team, so that we can try to understand the more we can. But today he will help us to understand which are the available technologies, how we can utilize them to create innovative design concepts and different ideas for visualization, and for particularly to share that with our customers. And he will also, at the end of the session, he will give us some practical applications and guidance also for the future assignment along with his team. So Asier, welcome once again. Thank you for being with us, and the floor is yours. All the best.
Thank you very much, Maria Belén. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can
Is
hear
everything
you.
okay? Okay,
yes.
Perfect. So thank you very much, Belén, for giving me the floor. I'm very happy to share this time and knowledge with all our colleagues from India. Let's try to do the best despite the distance and the technologies, and start with this theoretical and introduction session. My purpose is to share a presentation, and after the presentation, try to put the MetaQuest glasses in order to use them, sharing what I am seeing through the a casting solution, and introducing you in the possibilities of this technology. Let me try if I can share my screen. Let's see. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect.
But we cannot see your presentation. Yeah.
And now?
Yeah. Make it full screen, please.
Yeah, sure. This is an introductory session on virtual reality, linked to this studio on virtual reality and artificial intelligence, that is structured according to these contents. The first contents are an introduction to virtual reality. I'm going to present very briefly what is virtual reality. I would like to give you some tips about their origins and history in order to know where we are coming from. and which are the characteristics and technical specifications we are working with, fields of application, and the difference between non-immersive and immersive virtual reality. Also, what are the peripherals we need and our future trends. I would like to introduce you very briefly also in what's virtual reality in education. And after this, the session is going to switch between the presentation and the glasses, giving you some applications that you can work with freely in your glasses, and another peripherals that are interesting things that we can use, introducing them into the production of virtual objects and creating virtual images to visualize with the glasses. So this is a project that that brings from an European Erasmus Plus fund. We are working with this project since 2 years ago. This is the third year, the last one. And as a School of Architecture, we are being committed with the introduction in our classes of this technology, and also the introduction of this technology in the practice. In fact, you are, as you can see, I'm not at the school. I am already in my office, where we are starting to use these glasses, showing the clients or showing the engineers we are working with, which are the projects we are working in, and in order to show all these agents what we are looking for with our designs. Virtual reality is a tech that is used in gaming, entertainment, education, and training, but also in other fields, as you know, culture, mobility, healthcare, and of course, architecture and archaeology. It allows the users to immerse ourselves in a completely simulated environment, virtual environment, that can be generated by a computer or by spherical videos or photos of the reality. Typically requires the use of this very well-known headset. And the origins and the history of this technology are more deeper than we think, because we can see that, in fact, the origins started in 1935, when an American writer called Stanley Weinbaum wrote a story based on subjective idealisms to be perceived, or and the story tells of Professor Albert Ludwig's invention that allows the wearer to experience the world through glasses, a world with smell, taste, and touch. But if we go deeper into the history, we can find in 1830 an invention of Sir Charles Weston, who was the first to describe the stereopsis as the principle that the glasses are using to work in the perception. The stereopsis was created by Charles Weston through the construction of the stereoscope, and his research showed that the brain combines two photographs. One eye sees each of the same object taken from different points of view, so that the image appears to have a sense of of depth and immersion. That's we call the three-dimensionality. 1 century later, the cinematographer Morton Hailing created Sensorama, the first, in fact, virtual reality machine, patented in 1962. And after this, in 1972, the General Electric Corporation built a computerized flight simulator, which featured a 180-degree field of vision by using 3 screens surrounding the pilot. 13 years after, Lanier and Zimmerman founded VPL Research, a company that is known as the first company to sell VR goggles and gloves. They developed a range of VR equipment such as the Data Glove, iPhone, and the Audiosphere. So we are now in 2025. 40 years ago, the first virtual reality glasses appeared in the laboratories. We are talking about a very, very experienced technology. In 1990, Waldron exhibited virtually a VR arcade machine. This is the first time the virtual reality was applied into the game entertainment industry. These were arcade machines where gamers could play in a 3D gaming world. And 4 years ago, the famous and well-known company Sega released Sega VR1, a motion simulator arcade machine. 1 year after, Nintendo launched the Virtual Boy console which played 3D monochrome video games. This was a completely failed proposal. The market didn't answer as Nintendo expected. But in 1000, in this century, in 2007, Google introduced the Street View. That is, in fact, the first immersive media that we started to experiment. Immersive media was identified as the contractor that captured the imaginary for 4 of the 5 cities in a city mapped by Street View, using its patented dodecahedral camera array on a moving car. I'm sure everyone of you have seen the car with this camera on the roof taking spherical photos. So now we can travel around the world through a screen, but turning around 360 degrees. And this is the first virtual reality experience that we have already translated into the screen to the glasses. I will tell you that each of us, we can now produce even spherical photos as Street View or Google does by using a small camera called Theta that is in the market. In 3 years after, Google introduced the stereoscopic 3D model for the Street View. And Lucky, an 18-year-old entrepreneur, created the first prototype of the Oculus Rift headset. The Rift headset was the main one, the first one that was introduced in the market in a massive way. And now this first Rift headset is competing with another industries, another companies, and in this fight, Samsung between Samsung, Sony, and Facebook. The winner is our friend Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, Insta, Meta, etc. This is a technology affordable in some way because I mean the glasses are not so expensive and each year or each 2 years new headsets or new versions are being released. So the oldest one, as for example the ones I am using that are the number 2 of glasses are this one, the Quest 2. Now are become Quest 3 glasses, and you can access to the use of these glasses because there is a very huge market on second-hand market that can be used because the applications and the technology is currently working. In 20, as you are seeing, in 2020, the Oculus Quest was unveiled on September 16 during the Facebook Connect 7 event, and from now from then to now, I think this is the best device that we can use with, despite of another more expensive solution as for example the Apple glasses. But even there are another very cheap solution, as you can see in this image. You can see the Google cardboard glasses were released as a low-cost solution and do-it-yourself stereoscopic viewer for smartphones. If you have a smartphone, you can put the smartphone in this cardboard, and you can perfectly see 3D and virtual reality images. So, I mean, the technology is, as you can see, a long-term developed technology. It has more than half a century, but it is his speed is increasingly going faster and faster and faster, because the technologies and the software is constantly developing and appearing in all these market. In summary, virtual reality completely replaced the real world with a visual and acoustic virtual environment. The glasses, the meta glasses, have a very good sound also. That it helps to the recreation of this virtual environment. And it is starting to be used in exhibitions, in touristic experience, of course, education of all levels, even in health or e-commerce. The characteristics of the virtual reality are, as I've seen, very easy to understand, because it creates a completely immersive, computer-generated environment that user can interact through a headset or other devices. You can use them also these two joysticks that are linked to the headset, and their characteristics can be described as follows: is the recreation of an entire virtual world, completely digital environment that is accessible from anywhere. The virtual world can be invented. We can create a virtual world, but it can be the recreation of an existing world. A space, a building, a city, an object, etc. The virtual reality allows us to interact in different ways between people, between objects, etc. And there are different levels of immersion. It offers a high level of immersion, and the users feel like they are completely translated to another world, often feeling as if they are physically present in another environment. There, we can move around the virtual environment and interactuate inside it. It's based primarily on the sense of sight and hearing, completely neglecting the other sense of touch, smell, and taste. But I think one of the trends in the future of these developments are how to incorporate the rest of the sense into this experience. In this experience, even virtual movement does not correspond to real movement because we can walk through some spaces that and it's not the same. The user does not actually move. Okay. The definition is strongly context independent, so we can avoid completely the context. But it's interesting to define another concept that is extended reality, a new concept, as a concept that encompasses many technologies that we know as immersive, such as virtual and augmented reality. Extended reality is a combination of the so-called immersive technologies, virtual reality, augmented reality, and mixed reality. In other words, extended reality encompasses all environments, real and virtual, represented by computer graphics or mobile device. Each of us have experienced the augmented reality with our mobile phones, very spread in the game entertainment industry, thanks to games as, for example, Pokemon Go. Another characteristic of the virtual reality is that it is scale-free. Or in other words, we can go to all the scales, from the brain scale, the cellular scale, to the universe scale. The fact that we can create the environment allows us to imagine all the possible scenarios to go in from a human body, as you can see, into which we can be inserted to a solar system or galaxy. Virtual environments are basically created with two technologies: from computer-generated spaces, modeling and rendering software, and from, as I said, 3060 spherical photographs of existing spaces. As well as the user can travel and interact in real time with the virtual environment, such as with other applications as Metaverso or some worlds provided by the Meta headset, PlayStation VR, or, for example, this example of real estate. Very briefly, the fields of application in virtual reality are very extended. In e-commerce, we can go to IKEA VR experience to experiment how furniture can be placed in the space we are in, virtually talking. Companies, for example, Volvo, have introduced the 3D experience into into the buyer, because you can customize the interior of your car and go in this interior with the glasses, and there are another experiences that as for example the Zara and other companies that are introducing in commerce in his commerce this technology. Of course, virtual reality is very important in gaming. I think it's one of the most tractors and industries because it provides a full immersive experience in the game. There are many examples. If you use the glasses, you will find a lot of games, free games to interact with. As for example, Half-Life, Alex, Horizon, Call of the Mountain, GT7, etc. All these games
You have muted. You need to unmute. You need to unmute.
You're still on mute, Professor Asier.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
now
now?
it's okay. Now it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't realized. Okay. As I was saying, Unreal Engine 5 is the world's most open and advanced real-time 3D authoring tool. Many of the well-known games as Fortnite are created with this tool. And other shows and other films, as for example Mandalorian and all the graphics and the special effects that are being created in the cinema industry are created by this very powerful tool. There are another applications, as for example Unity, that this is very similar to Unreal Engine. It's a real-time development platform. It's more this application is more oriented to smartphones than to powerful computers. In education, we are introducing the virtual reality because it can improve the education in many ways, as virtual field trips, virtual labs, high-tech training, or distant learning, for example. As an example, virtual reality can help architecture and urban design students to model their projects, as you know, to bring the user inside their spaces, to apply materials, as we are going to see, and practice natural and artificial lighting, to work more quickly with alternatives. This is not working with a model with the hands. It is one of the advantages of the virtual reality that we can create several different models, and in short time. Because it allows the recreation of non-existing existing architectural objects of which there may be no trace remaining. For example, the archaeologists are recreating also ancient spaces to show and to teach how there were these kind of environments and spaces. You know that there are applications that are introducing in the platforms the virtual reality, as for example Vim, SketchUp plus D5 Render or V-Ray, 3D Max, Twinmotion, Rhino, and of course Unreal Engine. Several studies on virtual reality is used in education have found that it increases the time on task, the motivation, the enjoyment, a deeper learning, and long-term retention. This is it's a powerful experience that, as we've seen with some students, cannot be cannot be forgotten, and they evaluate positively the use of the glasses in some cases. I have to say that this is a technology that doesn't stop the traditional ways of teaching, the use of the hands for architects, the creation of models with hands, the physical tools, etc. It is a new technology that cannot completely substitute the traditional ways of teaching and of producing architecture, but I think it's come to stay with us, and we can use very wisely the technology without forgetting the traditional ways. In healthcare is also a lot of possibilities of applications in early detection of mental illness with applications prepared for this, and in mobility also is starting to be applied. Of course, in training, at the Université of Navarre, I know that in the Faculty of Medicine, they have started, and nursery, they have started to practice with virtual bodies, very simple actions, as for example, to find or to find a vein, or to treat a patient or calm a patient, etc., with success, positive results. And of course, the virtual reality has opened a very huge field of social relationship that are starting to be placed in places, virtual places like the metaverse. During the pandemics, the virtual reality started to spread because we could access to concerts organized by very famous singers and groups, musical groups, that were casted by online, and you could go to the concert virtually from your sofa by using a laptop, a screen, or if you had a headset, also the headset. And of course, in turns, you can go in advance virtually talking to a place to see if it is interesting for you or not. In architecture and archaeology, virtual spaces, buildings, and cities can be made with renders, as you know. During the planning stage for the reconstruction of an old quarter or the building of a skyscraper, for example, it is possible to visualize exactly how the space will look, how the shelter will fall, and how the construction will affect local wind conditions. And in archaeology, for example, the reconstruction of ruins allows to visualize ancient architecture, as you can see in the image. Real estate is also a very interesting industry or application or market. It continues to grow, and thanks to the benefits of virtual reality, and customers achieve that they want through an immersive experience. You can choose materials, you can choose lights, you can choose furnitures, etc., before the construction of a space. In smart cities, platforms as GIS offers unique simulation and visualization opportunities for use in urban and environmental planning, as well as in impact assessment. Esri City Engine, for example, is starting to be used in urban planning and design with the Oculus, with the Meta, to produce VRGS solutions for more participatory smart urban planning. I would like to very briefly show that there are two different immersive virtual realities. The non-immersive and the immersive. Non-immersive uses a window or a screen to access the virtual environment, and virtual glasses are not required, but you can use them but to see these spherical photos or videos rendered digital environments. And the immersive VR uses the Google's or HMD, we call the head-mounted display to HMD, with a hand-fitted joystick, but requires specific hardware and software capable of detecting sounds, gaze, other subtle movements to embody the simulation. Okay, the user experience is more immersive in this way, and you go into an entirely virtual environment, but can be generated by three spherical photographs, real spherical videos, virtual photographs, virtual videos, or virtual ones. The most spread peripherals are these ones, okay? And in the trends, in terms of trends, we can expect an increased adoption in various industries, more advances in hardware, very fast in hardware, more integration with artificial intelligence. Midjourney is a very powerful platform used in the creation of images, virtual images, as we will introduce you in the next weeks, and it's going to be increased the use in education and training. Of course, we need to we will see the integration of the virtual reality in high-speed networks, in social media, and the expansion into new areas, as for example, in politics and research and tourism and exhibitions, etc. Because the hyper-realism is being developed exponentially during this year and in the coming years. And today we can see that the separation between virtual and real world will be blurred as technological advances incorporate stimuli from different senses and improve the generation of graphics, thanks to the AI and thanks to the more powerful engines and platforms as Unreal Engine 5. Okay, some applications that you will find in the meta are these ones. For example, the virtual meetings. We can arrange a virtual meeting placed in a virtual room. We can travel using Wonder from the London Bridge to the Taj Mahal, or we can immerse in virtual real offices where we can use multiple virtual screens, keyboards, whiteboards, etc., to produce and to interact with other users. Okay, and music also has its own application, and in terms, in the field of design, one of the most funny and intuitive application is Gravity Sketch. I will show you with my glasses what's about this application. Gravity Sketch is a 3D design tool that allows you to create, share, and collaborate on design ideas. I personally have experimented this application, and it's very amazing because you can create models, very simple models or objects. You can go through this model, in these models, out these models, etc. This is a very interesting tool a free tool that is provided by the Metas, Google's. It's called Archeo, and it allows you to design models, to design cities, to visualize, to go into this application as you are going to see when I am casting the screen of my Metas. Of course, you can create your virtual model with SketchUp. This is going to be the exercise we're going to do. We are going to provide you a model in SketchUp that is rough, so you can use D5 render application. It is an accessible and free for education and free application that we are going to teach you very briefly, because it's very sensitive or it's very intuitive to transform this rough SketchUp model into a prepared one to create after the ambientation several images that can be generated by D5 render. D5 render allows you, because it incorporates a new tool or plugin, to create 360 degrees images, and then we will show you how to export these images from your computer to the glasses, and then you can go into your self-produced images architecture, this model, this SketchUp model, and experience a new way of visualization of your virtual model. Okay. As you can see, Quest allows the import of 3060 degrees images rendered by programs as DeFi rendering, and this is the summary that of the practice we are going to organize in the next weeks. You are going to be provided with this SketchUp model that I'm going to show you already now. You are going to create two interior and two exterior images. Before this, you are going to give materials, lights, points of view to the model, and then you are going to export to create these 4 images in order to export them to the glasses. These are the Swiss system requirements for SketchUp 2018. Well, we have prepared 3 versions of the model. So in order to avoid typical problems related to the version of the program, the application you are using or not, and we have prepared a SketchUp Pro version, a SketchUp 2018 version, and a 3ds version of the same model. So if you have problem with a version, then you can try with another one, the 2 other one. I mean, it's recommended to have a 4 GB RAM laptop and a graphic card that can work with these laptops. I mean, I think our students in the School of Architecture have the minimum system that they have allows them to at least create this kind of images because it already can be generated not very rapidly. So if you need more time, then the laptop will be slower. But I think everyone can be use this model and the D5 render program. Okay, so this is the theoretical presentation, and I would like to show you if you can see my image, my screen. I
Yes,
can show
we can
you.
see it.
You can see it. Okay, I can
Yeah.
show you a couple of very interesting web pages where you can find some hardware and software and examples that are useful to incorporate into this technology. I think the most important is, for example, this one. This is called Ricoh 3600 camera. This is the camera that is used by photographers or people that want to photography the interiors or existing spaces. I mean, exterior, cities, nature, landscape, interiors, buildings, etc. Because it allows you to create these photos and completely, you are completely surrounded by the space. Then this file can be uploaded into the Meta in a very easy way, the same as the D5 render allows us. And it's a good, I think it's a very interesting tool to incorporate into the education, for example, and the School of Architecture, to experience with this hardware that, I mean, the cheapest one costs more or less 300 euros. The expensive one cost more than 1,000, but with 3,100 euros, you can use this kind of hardware. But if you don't can afford this kind of hardware, then you can find several pages where you can find images of places that users and people upload, and you can use them. You can watch in virtual reality, etc., etc. Right. One of the most spread web pages is this one, 360cities.net. If you go there, you can sign in, and then look for these, look for free images. Some images are not free, and you must pay, but there are several images that can be downloaded. So with these pages, you can start to incorporate these non-immersive or immersive real images into the use of the glasses. And I have here an example of the potential of this technology. That is a project. It's a project that has been done by a Colombian school of architecture, called called Univalle. It's a project that has identified some houses from the movement from the 50s of the past century that have disappeared, and they have recreated virtually, right? And they have uploaded into this web page. Some of them, they are working in this, and so you can see the plans of the project, of the building. You can see virtual images of the project. You can see a graphical archive of the in case of in the place of the house was, or the building was built. You can find this now, or you also can see spatial sequences recorded and created by Twinmotion, but also you can see three spherical photos, a virtual path through these spaces that can be shown or can be experienced by the glasses. This is a very interesting project, okay, of called Reexistencia Virtual arcunivalle.com. I recommend you to look the web page, and where you will find interesting things. Okay, let's try now to cast the interior of the glasses. When you are using the glasses, you can share with the people what are you seeing in a very easily way, because there is a web page, a direction. You only have to prompt or write oculus.com casting. You have to be sure that the glasses are connected to the same network that the computer that you are writing this, and from where you want to cast. And it's so easy as these instructions. Then, first of all, you have to press the meta button on your controller to open the universal menu. That is going to do now. I am going to go to camera, and I'm going to select cast, and I'm going to select my computer. That is this one. So let's try. Let's do let's try it. If now you can, after a minute, you can see what I am seeing. Okay, let's see. Let's see, camera, cast, web, next. Let's see. Sorry. Okay. Can you see my virtual environment?
Yes.
Yes,
We can.
yes, we
Yes?
can see.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes? Okay. Well, as you can see, if you look at me, I have placed the glasses in my head, on my head, and okay, I am there. This is my avatar. Can you see my avatar?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What I have done is very simple, because I've gone to camera, right? So I'm going to I'm going to close this. This is the virtual environment. You can see all the place. There's a house in the middle of the forest, and in front of me, I have my hands with these two joysticks, and in front of me, I have this bar menu. These two buttons are very important. It's like the click of the mouse. These are like the click of the mouse, and the main one is the right one. Okay. I can place the point wherever I want, right? I can switch the virtual environment into with the real place I am in. You can see where I am. Okay. I can switch between the real world and the real and the virtual world. Okay. And here
we cannot see. We cannot see the real world.
Okay, let's see. Oh no, you cannot see the real world in the in my screen. You see a black screen, but I can assure you that we are in the
Okay.
in my office. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go back to the virtual environment. If you point here, you access to this main menu. I'm going to move this menu here, for example, by placing or picking with this joystick or the other one. Both are the same. And here you have here you have the main menu with all the application I prepared for you. Okay. In the settings, you will find all the settings that you need to organize and customize. I recommend you to create a profile or an avatar that if you use the Meta it can be linked to your Facebook or Instagram account. Here we have different profiles. Nuno's profile and David Rodriguez, who is the architect that is going to give you the D5 render lesson next Wednesday. And okay, here you have different possibilities. And one of the most amazing possibilities is that you can use freely your hands. You can use your hands without the joystick because the Meta have incorporated two small cameras in the front that can read your hands movement, so you can use this your hands to place and to pick, etc. As for example, Tom Cruise did in his films to work with these screens, with these menus, etc. Right? Okay, I'm going to go back to the joystick because the joysticks are more exact than the hands. Okay. Here you have several applications for the people that is starting with this technology. I recommend them to go to this application for first steps on Quest 2. They are very it's very amazing, very funny, and it's the easiest way to familiarize with the headset, the joysticks, the environment, the recreation of a boundary. I have to say that I am already now placed in a static place because I customized the way of using the meta statically, but you can switch into a boundary more wider where you can move freely. As you can see, I am surrounded by a circle, blue circle, because this is the place where I have to stay. And if I move outside this circle, then it appears this message with advising me that I need to go back to the boundary, because if not, I can interact with another objects placed placed in this real space I am in. Okay, so let's go very quickly to these applications. For me, the more interesting and free application are SketchUp, Viewer, Gravity Sketch, and Archeo, right? You have another ones, Meta Horizons, Workrooms, Big Screen, etc., etc. You have a lot of applications, right? Let's go first of all to, for example, SketchUp Viewer. In SketchUp Viewer, let's go there. Can you see this room?
Yes, we can see a room.
Okay. I've created a profile. I am it's easy to create a profile in Trimble. I will give you.
There is a notice about your Adobe app.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. Is this now?
Yes.
Okay. If you go to Trimble, I will give you the exact direction. You can create a profile, and then you can create a folder where you can upload your projects. Trimble Connect. Here in Trimble Connect, you can have your projects. There are four areas where we need to choose. In this case, Europe. Okay, and in this project, in Trimble project, I created this folder where I have uploaded the model of SketchUp that you are going to use. Is this one? I'm entering the model, and this is the model we are going to give you, right? I am now placed in the model. Okay, is that you see the model, the tower? I am going to the model.
Yes, we can see.
Okay. Here we have a main menu with these parts, and we are going to go to the presentation mode. The presentation mode is this. As you can see, I am now in the model. This is the rough model we are going to give you, but you can apply materials and furniture to the model, and then you can upload the model, right, to the Trimble folder, and then you can choose different points of view. Program allows you to go to different scenes. The scenes are created in SketchUp, and the SketchUp viewer recognize this theme, so it places you yourself into this exactly point of view created in the sketch, right? Okay, I'm going to exit this presentation, right? Again, I exit immersive, and there is, sorry, I am here, the presentation mode. Okay, so this is one of the, I think is interesting, this application. It's very easy. You can download the application of from the page, the main menu of the Meta. Just typing here SketchUp. I black SketchUp. It appears the applications, right? Let's go out, please, and go back to other two applications that are related to the design, that is Gravity Sketch and Arcing. Gravity Sketch, let's go there. Okay, can you see the place I am? You can see different models. These are the two joysticks, right? It's very intuitive, right? Here, if you see, you can see different buttons of the joystick. I recommend you to interact with the program. For example, let's see. Okay, this is a model that can be used by everyone because they are free models. If you press the buttons, they appear these menus, the menu of the grid. It appears a 3D grid or not, where to save my file, create a new file, export the file, layers, etc. If you go to this another bottom, it appears this short menu where you have different shapes, lines, or letters to draw with this pointer, with this joystick. For example, I can choose this one or this one. I am going to, sorry, it's not good. Okay. I'm going to choose this one. This one is fine. Okay, let's see. I am now drawing the space, and I can move, right? And it's very, and then I can pressing these two buttons, I can scale the model, move my point of view, etc. This is the drawing I've done now. For example, as you can see, I can go in, go out, etc. You can create this kind of surface lines, also surfaces, a cube, for example. This is a cube. You can change the color. You can change the color. For example, you can, right? And there are another tools. If you press this button here, there are another tools. Okay, color, materials, viewpoints, right? And I can go to this viewpoint. Sorry. Viewpoints. Okay, this is another viewpoint, another viewpoint, another viewpoint, viewpoints near the models I've uploaded, which is viewpoint, 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 etc. Right. Okay. There is a lot of there are a lot of possibilities with this program to create easy models, right? And fast virtual models. Okay. I'm going to go out by pressing the main button on the right joystick. That is this one here. It appears this menu. I'm going out, and the last one application is Archeo. Archeo is a little bit more developed tool for architects because it allows you to interact with architectonical spaces, etc., etc. I'm going to show you the first tutorial video so you can see what's about this. Buttons on both controllers at the same time can rotate, zoom out, and into your scene. Rotating your left wrist towards you will open a menu like a panel. You can switch between tools by hovering the laser and pressing the trigger. The menu can be picked up from the center to put in a fixed position. You can also pick it up and throw it away to close it. When you briefly touch the buttons on the top of your controller, you will open a menu in a fixed position. Here you can select new tools on both hands. When you press and hold the top buttons, you will activate the quick selection menu, where tools will automatically switch when hovered by laser. Using the trigger and primitive create tools, you can start creating flexible shapes that will complete when releasing the trigger. You can create solid shapes by dragging up and voids by pushing down into the geometry. Using the buttons on your controller, you can quickly select a new tool or shape. Here I'm adding a prism as a roof. Placing props, releasing the trigger will finalize the placement. The last one. You can teleport inside your model by pressing the thumbstick forward and right control. Repeating this will keep teleporting you forward. If you want to go back to God's Hill, you can press the joystick forward, teleport to the sky above you. Okay, there are more instructions because each program the Meta has its own tutorials and they are very well explained very easily. It's very intuitive and it gives you also it provides you examples, for example this one where you can start to interact. As you can see in the videos, everything is very easy and it requires time to go deeper into these applications to use them using all the potential of the tools of the programs, right? But I think it's worthy and it's funny and it's a new way to interact with the creation of these kind of models and etc. So let's go out and go back to the virtual environment. I'm going to switch, for example, the environment for the next session, virtual keyboard, here in general, no, an environment setup. I'm going to change my virtual environment into, for example, this one. Okay, and travel to this place where I will be the next time we see a new virtual reality. I expect all of you here. I'm going to go out the casting. And go back to the video, the presentation, the screen. So this is a very brief presentation of the possibilities of the glasses. As you can see, is intuitive. You can you can use them remotely. You can share your screen with your students from India, from Spain, etc. It's a new technology that has a lot of promises and trends. And okay, I am here if you have some questions or some doubts. Please feel free to make questions, and I will be very glad to answer.
Thank you, Asier. Before asking, I was expecting something more theoretical, but I am happy to see that you are able to show us, okay, also during the session, what we will be able to see if we work with our handsets. But yeah, we have already instructed that the questions, the students should ask the questions to the leaders, but if anyone can raise the hand, ask anything, Asier can reply.
Una consulta sobre una carta que he recibido.
Hello?
Sí, es 09-429-721C de casa. Usuario.
Torres Sharma wants to ask. Yeah. Please. Yogesh Sharma, can you ask your question?
Yeah, hi everyone.
Hello.
As we can see, we have seen a VR model after wearing a VR glass. So after rendering a model, we can get entered through VR glasses and we can see the after render effects and all through walkthrough and all.
I haven't heard very well.
Yeah,
what is the question?
What he's asking is, once you have created your model, let's say, can you, let's say, transport it up to another, whatever, to a walkthrough or to a, how can you export that to the real world?
Yeah, I mean, there are two levels of definition. The first one is created by the SketchUp application, for example. In SketchUp, you are going to be provided by with a rough model. Let me share my screen again. Okay, this is the rough model. Can you see the model?
Yes.
Okay. In this rough model, as I suppose the students know, or you know, sorry, this is the is this one. This is done by a previous version. This is the latest version. Sorry. Okay. Where the landscape or the topography is correctly shown, right? Let's see. This is a little bit heavier file than the other one because this is more let's see. Okay, let's go on to this one. So as you know, you can create rough models in SketchUp, but you also can apply materials already now in this with this program. With D5 Render and SketchUp, you are working at the same time, and the changes you are doing in the SketchUp model, they are currently visible in D5 Render. if you want to, you can do those two things. You can do two things, two actions. You can upload the SketchUp model rough or with the materials and furniture and landscape applied in the SketchUp model, and then you can upload this model and you can view this model through the SketchUp viewer provided by the Meta. The more points of view you create in the SketchUp program, the more points of view you will have in your SketchUp viewer in the glasses. And the second part is that you can export, or you can finally create a more precise or more real image with V5 render. And once you have applied or selected your materials and environments, etc., then you can create a static image, a spherical image, and you can upload this image directly into a folder of the glasses, and then you can see the result that is a more detailed result or image, but it's more is static. No, it's not like the SketchUp viewer possibility provides you. Okay.
Someone else has raised the question. No more questions? Okay, you also have time during the week, okay, to raise the questions. Once also, I think some of your professors have already received their headset, so that they will be available also in your college. So once you start, feel free to raise any
Ma'am,
question.
I think some people have questions. Urvi Sharma and Barish are raising hand.
Okay, so go ahead.
Hello, this is Urvi. I have two questions. One is you explained about virtual reality and augmented reality, and I've seen there is something called a mixed reality also, and you explained about extended reality. So I want to know that what is the line that separates a mixed reality from an extended reality, and how do we interact in these two different subsets of realities?
I mean, the mixed reality is the same that the extended reality. In fact, is the same concept, and this extended reality is a path that is being developed by Apple already now, thanks to its Apple glasses. Because if you've seen videos of in the Apple webpage, the glasses are prepared to see the reality and objects merged and placed into your environment, real environment, right? But it's not virtual, it's not augmented. But you can start to place virtual objects into the real world through these glasses. Okay. The Google had a project that has been, I think it's been stopped because they started to develop the Google glasses. I think 5 years ago. There are videos in YouTube very interesting that show that what happens when you put the Google glasses, and it's the same that you can do the same things with your phone but with your glasses, and it's very amazing. It's very similar to the Apple glasses, not and the Google glasses are like a Ray-Ban glasses, no, and this is more turning into the mixed reality, and even the Meta 3 glasses, the latest version of the Meta glasses, when you go to, you switch between the virtual environment, the room where I was, to the real environment, the cameras provides you the video in color. Now with the two version is in black and white, but it allows you to visualize your real environment as it was recorded, or visualize it through a camera, right? And then you have your menu, you have your applications, etc.
Okay, thank you. And the second question is that is the D5 renderer compatible with any BIM software?
With
BAM.
The
Yes.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think so. I think so. You can export the SketchUp to BIM. Let me ask this to David, but I think it's possible.
Okay, thank you.
Any more question?
Yeah, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to thank, and I think it was a good presentation and a good briefing. I have a small question. Well, I think we'll get more familiar once we get our hands on to it. But just want to know, is navigation an issue, or how do we move about? I think you demonstrated how on Trimble Connect, we could see the building, and normally we have a kind of an infinite expanse. So do we find it any difficulty in navigating, or like you saved a few model views and I think we jumped onto that? So is it how we are supposed to work, or can we easily navigate?
When navigate in the web or
in the space?
What
yes.
do you mean, sir?
So
but
let's say
in the internet.
Yeah.
Do you mean if it is difficult to navigate into internet with the glasses?
Yeah.
I mean, you need more time and you need more another more complex software to create a path through a model, right? And from I think with our technologies and domestic software and hardware, we can create almost at least aesthetic points of view, and then you can move from one point of view to another one. But the experience of moving through a model, a personal model, a model created by yourself, you need more powerful tools and computers, because the more defined space, the more prepared software and hardware you need. By now, I think our technologies, we can or at least go into programs like SketchUp Viewer to see the models. And if you want to have an experience more dynamic, then you need to use the programs that, for example, Archeo provides you Meta. But these models, you can prepare these models in these programs also, but they are not based in SketchUp, D5 Render, and for example, Rhino or etc. programs that we currently use at the school. And the definition and the appearance is not the same. As you have seen in Archeo, for example, There are you cannot choose materials. You cannot choose lights. You cannot go into the real appearance, right? It's more a tool linked to the creation of volumes, models, more models, but not real, virtual real models, right?
All right, thank you.
Any other question? Okay, if there are not questions today, there can be questions during the week, so feel free to reach out to your leaders and they will raise the questions for Professor Asier, and he will be able to reply as soon as he can. So thank you everyone for attending this session. Thank you, Professor Asier, again for your sharing all your knowledge with us. I think it's a good aperitif, let's say. Now we have to put our headset on and we have to try to put this into practice, and we'll be maybe ready, no, for the next session where we'll be mostly practical, no, Asier? I think it's going to be much more practical, the second session in 1 week. Is that so?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So
Yes.
thank you so much. We finished today and hope to see you all within 1 week. Thank you.
Okay.
Professor Asier, can you share your mail ID on the chat so people can reach out if there is any query?
Maybe
Sorry?
Cipra, it's better that they lead it through the team leader of every college, and we'll raise them up to him.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you then. So we'll give this session for finished. See you next week.
Thank you, Professor.